Mythology and folklore across the world feature a plethora of spirits, demons, and supernatural entities, each with their own unique characteristics and terrifying powers. Among these, some stand out as particularly deadly, striking fear into the hearts of those who hear their stories. This exploration delves into the top 10 deadliest spirits, examining their origins, characteristics, and the lore that surrounds them. 1. Lilith, Judeo-Christian folklore. Lilith is a figure with roots in early Jewish mythology, later adapted into Christian and other Western mythologies. She is often depicted as a dangerous and seductive demoness, representing chaos, seduction, and death. According to some traditions, Lilith was Adam's first wife, created from the same clay as he. She refused to submit to Adam and left Eden, becoming a demon who preys on pregnant women and infants. Her deadly nature is linked to her vengeance and the belief that she steals the souls of newborns. 2. Pontianak, Malay and Indonesian folklore. The Pontianak is a ghostly figure from Malay and Indonesian folklore, often described as the spirit of a woman who died during childbirth. She is characterized by her long black hair, white dress, and a face that alternates between beautiful and horrifying. The Pontianak preys on men, luring them with her beauty before revealing her true form and eviscerating them. Her presence is often signaled by the sound of an infant crying or the scent of frangipani flowers. The Pontianak's deadly nature lies in her relentless quest for vengeance and her method of killing, which involves disembowelment. 3. The Wendigo, Algonquian folklore. The Wendigo is a malevolent spirit from the folklore of the Algonquian-speaking tribes in North America. It is associated with cannibalism, winter, and starvation. Wendigos are often depicted as gaunt, emaciated beings with a craving for human flesh. They are said to possess people, turning them into cannibals. The Wendigo embodies the dangers of unchecked greed and the harshness of winter, making it a symbol of death and destruction. Its deadliness comes from its insatiable hunger and the ability to drive humans to commit unspeakable acts. 4. Drga, Norse mythology. In Norse mythology, the Drga is a type of undead creature that resides in its grave, guarding its treasures. Drafts are reanimated corpses with superhuman strength, the ability to change size, and various magical abilities. They can drive people mad, spread diseases, and kill the living in various gruesome ways. The Drauga's deadly nature is evident in their role as fierce protectors of their burial mounds, their vengeful spirits often rising to terrorize the living who disturb their graves. 5. Aswang, Filipino folklore. The Aswang is a shape-shifting monster in Filipino folklore, often depicted as a combination of vampire, witch and ghoul. By day, Aswangs appear as ordinary humans, but at night, they transform into fearsome creatures that feed on human flesh and blood. Aswangs are known for their ability to blend in with human society, making them particularly dangerous. They prey on the weak, especially pregnant women and children. The deadliness of the Aswang lies in its cunning nature, its ability to spread fear and panic, and its relentless predatory behavior. 6. Kuchisake-onna, Japanese urban legend. Kuchisake-onna, or the slit-mouthed woman, is a spirit from Japanese urban legends. According to the legend, she was a beautiful woman who was mutilated by her jealous husband, leaving her with a grotesque, permanent smile. She now roams the streets, wearing a surgical mask and asking potential victims if they think she is beautiful. If they answer incorrectly, she reveals her disfigured face and kills them with scissors. Kuchisake-onna's deadly nature is rooted in her tragic backstory, and her method of preying on the vanity and fear of her victims. 7. Churls, South Asian folklore. Churls, also known as chudales, are vengeful spirits from South Asian folklore, particularly in India and Pakistan. They are the spirits of women who died during childbirth or were wronged in life. Churls are known to appear as beautiful young women to lure men, but they transform into hideous creatures with backward feet and twisted faces before attacking. They drain the life force from their victims, leaving them as withered husks. The deadly nature of churls is tied to their desire for revenge and their ability to deceive and kill. 8. La Llorona, Mexican folklore. La Llorona, or the Weeping Woman, is a ghostly figure in Mexican folklore. The legend tells of a woman who drowned her own children in a fit of rage or despair and then killed herself. Now, her spirit roams rivers and lakes, crying for her lost children and searching for replacements. La Llorona is said to abduct children, mistaking them for her own. Her deadliness lies in her tragic tale and the haunting, sorrowful cry that precedes her appearance, instilling fear and leading to the disappearance of children. 9. Duppy, Caribbean folklore. Duppies are malevolent spirits in Caribbean folklore, particularly in Jamaican culture. They are believed to be the souls of the dead who have not found rest. Duppies can take various forms, often appearing as shadows or humanoid figures. They haunt the living, causing illness, misfortune, and death. Duppies are particularly feared for their ability to manipulate the physical world, and their malicious intent. Their deadliness is evident in their relentless harassment of the living and the severe consequences of their hauntings. 10. Pinang Galan, Southeast Asian folklore. The Pinang Galan is a vampiric entity from Southeast Asian folklore, particularly in Malaysia and Indonesia. It appears as a beautiful woman during the day, but at night, its head detaches from its body, trailing its organs behind. The Pinang Galan flies through the night in search of blood, often preying on pregnant women and infants. It feeds by using its long tongue to suck blood from its victims. The Pinang Galan's deadly nature is heightened by its grotesque appearance, its stealth, and its focus on vulnerable targets. Conclusion? These spirits, though originating from diverse cultures and traditions, share a common theme of death and danger. Their stories reflect deep-seated fears and societal anxieties, often revolving around themes of vengeance, loss, and the supernatural. While modern interpretations of these spirits may vary, their core characteristics and the terror they inspire remain largely unchanged. From the seductive Lilith to the grotesque Pinang Galan, these entities continue to captivate and horrify, serving as potent reminders of the darker aspects of human imagination and belief.